Hey y'all, it's Jessica at Pretty Prints and Paper. It's been a while since I've done a bullet journal video, but it's been crazy lately. I've been doing a painting project all weekend and finally getting to this. But you know, if you follow my blog or my Instagram for a while, I talk a lot about the whys and the intention behind planning and the bullet journal system and lettering specifically, and about the ways that these tools and practices can add a lot of value to your life and create the life that you want to live. And the most recent trend, I think, that matches that quite well is minimalism, and I've seen a lot of people start talking about it. I've been following it for a while, but I'm starting to incorporate it into my bullet journal and tracking a different kind of journey for myself. The themes of the last year for me, that if you've been following along, are things like really learning about who you are and what works for you and forgetting the rest, and really testing some of those things that make you who you are and really owning it. And so that lends itself a lot to minimalism and the themes of finding out what is essential to you and focusing on that and not needing too much more than that. So along with the minimalism piece, there's a lot of people who follow the KonMari method of tidying up, and a lot of people doing capsule wardrobes. And I've been fascinated with capsule wardrobes for a while, since Courtney Carver had made that famous with her 33 item capsule wardrobe a couple of years ago. It's essentially that every season you have 33 things that you can wear, including your tops and dresses and coats and accessories. I will not be aiming for 33 things, but I will be aiming for a closet that is essential, things that I love, and things that really work for me. And the first step in that is figuring out what does work for me. And I've partnered up with a couple friends over at House of Color, which is this cool color consulting thing. I was kind of skeptical about it at first, but let me tell you about what that was like as I was going through that. But essentially, it is a process that shows you what colors and what schemes really work well for you and your natural look, so that whatever you buy in the future can be intentional and that it really does work for you and you can really own that and make some better spending decisions and know that those things will enhance you and not detract from you. So I talked to them about it, and I can share a little bit more about that process because I was skeptical at first. I'm doing this whole process along with a couple other things in my royal blue Leuchtturm notebook. I love these. I have one for like everything now. It's just really hard to get away from them. But if you're familiar, there's the index. And before I started this process, I took a couple sketch notes as to what I was feeling about my closet right now and what I'm hoping for through this process. If you are curious, I lettered these with super tips, Crayola super tips, a blue Pentel Touch sign brush pen, a soft tip Tombow, ink joy gel, and a gray Pentel Touch. Those are all the colors that you're going to be seeing in the next couple pages. If I would have discovered lettering and sketch notes and stuff when I was in college, I might have remembered something, but alas, here we are. So currently I am loving black on black on black. I have always loved jewel tones. My typical patterns are solids and stripes, and going back through, like you've seen me do in many other ways, is it true or is it habit? Are these things truly what work for me, or is it just the stuff that I have bought and worked with for the last however long I've lived? And so trying to figure out what are the things that work and forget the rest. So my hopes are that this process will enhance me, not hide me, that it will save me money in the long run because I have bought the right things to start. Thoughtful variety. I have a lot of options right now, and is it just options to have options, or are they things that will become a cohesive palette? So hoping that all of these things can tell me and affirm some of the choices that I'm making, or help inform different ones for the future. So I met up with her at her house. Her name is Katie. She's the consultant, and I took avid notes, right? Essentially, the House of Color, it talks about this color wheel, and that everyone falls into one of 4 seasons. So there's the autumn, spring, winter, and summer, and it's broken down in several ways, which I thought was fascinating. So first they figure out your skin tone, if you have a blue undertone or a yellow undertone, and they have these bibs essentially of all the different colors, and they start figuring out what works for you by looking at your skin undertone. So I'm sitting there looking in this mirror, and I have this white bib on, and they alternate colors between one of the seasons in each of these. And I'm looking at myself, and she reveals the colors one by one, and they alternate. And you can kind of see in my face a little bit of the lighting that's different, which was super weird. I thought it was kind of dumb at first until I could see it in front of my face. And so we quickly figured out that I was a blue undertone. And then she did the same thing between these two, right? There's going to be a season that's more bright, and there's a season that's more muted and soft. And so the coolest thing that she told me was choosing the right season is the difference between you look great and I like your dress. And so are you enhanced by the color, or is the color wearing you? And this is the part that I could actually see in the mirror as she alternated the colors between summer and winter, is that when the summer colors were out, I really focused on the color and the bib, and then she'd reveal the color in the winter, and it looked like my face came through. It was the strangest thing, but I swear it was something that I actually saw. And so figuring out quickly that I'm a winter, I could have told you that, but it was really affirming to look at the different colors and confirm some of those choices that I'd been making. So figuring out that first, then moved into makeup. And my whole life I'd been telling myself that I couldn't do lipstick because I couldn't find the right color, yada, yada, yada. But with winter colors, each season has some of their own tones of lipstick. And so we got to play around with that. That was really fun. And then once you did a little like 90-second like foundation and bronzer and lipstick, then she put all 36 of the winter colors onto my chest with the bibs, and she started going through every single one to figure out what they call wow colors. And these are the ones that really make you stand out and all these things. And so these are the wow colors that came up for me. Again, some of these are not surprising, but some of them were kind of fun. Like I wouldn't have expected this one to be one of them. And some of these like more deep colors, like the pine green and the charcoal and the navy, she was saying how some of these colors are better than black. And that a lot of people wear black because it's like this basic color, it's become really classic, but that really only winter seasons should be wearing black, and that in all the other seasons there's other colors that actually make you look better and more brilliant than just black. And so that was really fascinating to me. But knowing this was a really cool basis for me to go forward in my next step, which is to look at purging or editing my closet. And so after this whole process, she gave me these things. She gave me this booklet, The Colors of Winter, and we marked down kind of which colors were my wow colors and which ones were like, okay. There were some colors that were not surprising to me, that it wouldn't be like my best, but got this. But what the cool thing is, they gave me this little wallet that has all the colors in it. And so when you go shopping, it's not like a color matching thing, but it is a lay it on the color. And if it blends in with it, then you can rest assured that it's part of that palette. And so helping you make your buying decisions in the future, I find myself going through and being like, oh, the pine green, oh, the fuchsia. And it's really interesting, actually. It helps me say no to the clothes that I am on the fence about, knowing that they aren't even in that palette. So inside this booklet, I kind of copied down building my wardrobe so that I know what's the next phase, knowing that these colors are kind of the ones that I should focus on for things like my coats and the things that go around your face and the foundational pieces, knowing that these will work the best for me. It's a slow process because clothes are expensive, and I work in education, and so that's not really a thing that I can just do, but it's helping me make my choices in terms of what to get rid of or pass on to somebody else or donate or whatever. And informing me like what I should focus on next. So that's gonna be my next experiment. Don't know how that's gonna go yet, because I mean, I purge my clothes quite often, but I think I'm getting one step closer. The next like piece of training that she's going to go through is a style training. So not only are there colors that really bring out and enhance people, but there's also like styles and different like personality of style that will bring out and enhance you as well. And so that's coming later to help know like what cuts and what shapes really flatter you as your body type and all that stuff. So that's next, and I'm on my way to editing down to a wardrobe that I love all year long. I'll keep you posted as to what happens, but it's been kind of fun documenting it in my Leuchtturm. But as a side note, as a journal user, you can kind of see that the colors you can ghost through. So if that drives you crazy, even as I wrote on here, you can still see through it. So it might drive you a little crazy if you're interested in this notebook. Anyway, check it out if you want to. House of Color, they're pretty awesome. It's been really helpful for me so far. I'll keep you posted as to how that develops. If you have thoughts or comments or things that you're wondering about, leave them in the comment box below. I'll put all the links in the description bar. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, or share, whatever. I just hope that you enjoy it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.